So Sebastian Tonazzi, 4 months with Juice Plus, and you guys, if you saw his resume, my goodness, he has done video campaigns and marketing campaigns for McDonald's and big companies, First Bank, Discover. He came from Telemundo, big TV station, Univision. So he's got 15 years of Hispanic marketing and communications experience. And I did a little snooping on him and saw some of the videos that he's done. And if that's what's coming to Juice Plus, you guys be ready. It's fantastic.
Depends how much budget they give us. It's kidding. I'm kidding. No, actually, they're giving us plenty of budget, so we're very excited.
All right, so Jill, now I'm going to let you kind of just say what I said.
So para Roxy, Reagan ha presentado a Sebastian, que ha llevado, pues, que lleva 4 meses con Juice Plus. 4 meses con Juice Plus, pero nos ha dicho que tiene muchísima experiencia con marketing y las ventas en otras varias empresas, y ha venido ha trabajado con Telemundo, con McDonald's y con un montón de empresas a mayores de esas. Y pues está súper bienvenido aquí, y según el dinero que le deja gastar, pues se verá lo que se puede hacer.
Igual, o sea, puedo hablar en inglés y en español.
Sí, yo
Laura
creo
y yo siempre hablamos en los 2 idiomas, así que it's just up to you guys what language you guys like. Or I can say it in both when we go.
I think we'll do both, just because we have other people that couldn't get on. And then Laura Morelos, she is head of really the whole drive that we have going in the US for really supporting the Spanish-speaking market. And we have not, as a company, done a very good job with that until she came on board, and she's been amazing. So, and I don't know much about your background. If you want to.
Oh, I can share briefly.
Yeah.
Gracias. Thank you, Regan. I'm going to say in Spanish first and then in English, okay?
Perfect.
Yo soy Laura Morelos, soy de Guadalajara, México, mexicana. Yeah. ¿Algún mexicano por aquí? ¿Hay mexicanos por aquí? Yeah.
Yo soy mexicana.
O sea, Sebastián es argentino, right?
Sí.
Ah, sí, ok, la tiene, sí, bien. Pero mira, estamos súper contentos de estar, perdón, pero el gato no entiende no. Doesn't understand no for an answer. So anyway, I'm sorry. Estamos súper contentos porque estamos haciendo un trabajo extraordinario con el mercado hispano. Y bueno, yo tengo más de 20 años en esta industria. Yo empecé como ustedes en el campo. Alguna vez me invitaron a un negocio como este. Me inscribí pensando que iba a ser un hobby. Me enamoré de este tipo de trabajos, de esta industria, y me fue súper bien. Gané mucho dinero, hice una organización gigantesca. Y no lo digo para presumir, luego después la compañía se deshizo y desapareció y me quedé sin un 5 y me quedé endeudada hasta el tope. Y después me vine a Estados Unidos a recuperarme de la deuda. So, esa es otra historia. Pero aprendí todo lo que ustedes hacen, a patrocinar, a vender, a entrenar, a motivar, a hacer eventos, todo lo que ustedes hacen. Entiendo lo que es fácil hacer, lo que es difícil, de verdad, y les tengo mucho respeto porque sé que es un trabajo que no cualquiera lo hace. Mi título de la universidad es diseño industrial. Trabajé con ingenieros en diseñador. Cuando me jalaron para esta industria, estaba yo trabajando como diseñador industrial de profesión. Y bueno, he trabajado para muchas compañías. Trabajé para Avon, trabajé para Jafra, trabajé para otra empresa como esta llamada Free Life, que está en Phoenix, y para varias más, y con todas, gracias a Dios, en Estados Unidos, siempre con la oportunidad de trabajar en el mercado hispano. Así es que estoy feliz de estar en Juice Plus y de todo lo que hemos estado haciendo equipo con Sebastián. I've been in this industry for over 20 years, and I started just like you. I was working as an industrial designer, which is my degree, my college degree, and somebody invited me to a business just like this. I fell in love with the business. I fell in love with the products. And something that I thought it was going to be a hobby turned out to be my business and my career for the last over 20 years. So that's why I understand what you guys do, because I did it. I sponsor, I sold products, I train and coach and mentor. I found all the yeses, I found all the nos. I was able to build a very large organization, and then the company faded away, disappeared, and I ended up with nothing. So then I got into the corporate side of many direct selling companies like this one because of the experience I had in the field. So here I am in the best of the best. So thank you.
Yay, we're so glad you guys are here. So good. Okay, so when I was chatting, well, I knew a little bit about what was going on because I've been following the chat and following you a little bit, Laura. And after talking with Sebastian, I was like, oh my gosh, we need to really focus in on our Spanish speaking market. It is a really exciting market. And some of the things that were shared with me made me think, you guys, we really need to be excited about this. And so I'm going to turn it over to you guys to share a little more.
I prepared only like 5 to 6 slides on PowerPoint. If I can show it to you guys, I'm gonna get you guys excited about marketing. Then
let me make
you
it
guys, that's why we have special guests, Laura and obviously Reagan, and you guys can expand on it. But I got you guys some fun stuff that we've been doing the last 3 to 4 months. So
Sebastián, ¿quieres que te traduzca para que no estés hablando en inglés y luego en español?
no, pero como I can do it. Yo lo hago si quieres. Ok, entonces prácticamente voy a hacer una pequeña presentación sobre un par de cosas que acabamos de debutar hace muy poco, así que ojalá que les guste. Okay? So
let me ask you, how many people here don't understand Spanish? We have 1, 2.
I do not.
5. So we're about half and half. So maybe do Spanish first and then give us the short version in English so we don't have to.
Okay. Wait, you know what? It works out well because I did it in English and I can say it in Spanish.
Okay.
So
that works great.
There you go. 2 for 1. Okay, so I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna try to screen share when I'm working on.
I only got to level 3 on my Babbel app, but I'm working.
That's fine. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for taking the time to go over this presentation. I'm excited about it. All right. First of all, más que nada, antes de empezar, quiero hablar un poco de cifras, que se me hace muy interesante. En los Estados Unidos, hay más de 60 millones de latinos. Ya somos más de 60 millones.
So, Sebastián, ¿quieres ponerla en presentation mode?
Oh, yeah. So, where am I missing?
The slideshow. And then
Arriba.
A mero abajo, el cuadrito primero. A mero,
you guys see it or not?
Oh, yeah.
You guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
We do see the notes. Well, that's okay.
that's okay.
Ok, perfecto. There we go. Entonces, como les dije, hay más de 61 millones de latinos solamente en Estados Unidos. Y pueden ver cómo vamos creciendo cada década, sin parar. ¿Eh? Y como pueden ver, más o menos acá muestra el porcentaje, que de todos los latinos en Estados Unidos, alrededor del 62% son de México, 10% de Puerto Rico. Nada más para hablar un poquito de eso, porque va a ser algo importante en la estrategia que tenemos para el mercado hispano. Si ustedes comparan la economía, el dinero que tienen los latinos en Estados Unidos, nada más hay 7 países o 6 países más en el mundo más grande que los latinos en Estados Unidos, que sería Estados Unidos, China, Japón, Alemania, Gran Bretaña y Francia, para que se den cuenta de la cantidad de dinero y la cantidad de potencial que tenemos acá en Estados Unidos. Les voy a contar un par de cosas que hemos hecho. Tenemos una nueva página rediseñada que es juiceplus.com, US como Estados Unidos, ES, porque es en español, ¿no? Ahí pueden ver absolutamente todo en español. Pueden ver los productos, pueden comprar productos. Hay muchísima información también sobre cómo esto afecta a tu familia y a tus seres queridos cuando consumen Juice Plus. También puedes ver la oficina virtual que también está en español. Y puedes saber cómo, si quieres ser socio o aprender un poco más sobre la compañía, ahí lo puedes encontrar todo en esta página en español. Y como puedes ver acá, tienes el website, así que cuando quieran verlos, ahí está la información para ustedes. Tenemos una página que es thefreedomrevolution.com/ES. completamente en español. Ahí van a ver un montón de materiales para ayudarlos con su negocio. Entonces hay videos en los cuales acabamos de grabar ya 4 con Laura y nuestro equipo de producción. Estamos grabando 3 más, así que ya en un mes va a haber 7 videos para poder ayudarlos prácticamente a entrenarse, a vender, a entusiasmarse con el negocio. También tenemos varias guías para aprender de cómo hablar con la gente, organizarse, hacer un montón de cosas que simplemente los van a ayudar a tener mucho, pero mucho éxito. Y como pueden ver, está todo en español, así que ha sido un proyecto gigantesco y yo sinceramente sé que les va a encantar. Así que por favor visiten la página, como la pueden ver en pantalla, thefreedomrevolution.com/es. ¿Ok? Seguimos. Ahora, no se pueden quejar porque también estamos en las redes sociales. El contenido es en español y bilingüe, porque ustedes como saben, si viven en Estados Unidos hay muchas cosas que las decimos al 100% en español y hay otras cosas que a veces mezclamos, ¿no? Palabras en inglés, palabras en español. Así que si pueden, ahí tengo los enlaces de 3 páginas, Instagram, Twitter y Facebook. Ahí van a ver muchas imágenes del producto, de cosas que hacemos, de promociones, de videos. La verdad que les va a encantar. Sinceramente les recomiendo que las visiten. Y lo bueno de estas páginas es que combinan Juice Plus y Tower Garden en una sola página. Así que si ustedes están promoviendo el negocio o alguien está interesado, es muy fácil que nada más los pueden invitar a que también sigan esas páginas de las redes. Como les digo, es muy fácil de compartir estas imágenes y videos. Y también Laura y yo tenemos una estrategia en la cual estamos creando contenido original. Aparte de los que nos da la compañía, estamos creando más cosas. Y un canal que a mí realmente me encanta, que cada día tenemos más contenido, es el canal de YouTube que tenemos de Juice Plus Latino. Ahí pueden ver un video espectacular que grabamos hace 2 meses, grabado en Latinoamérica. Es la versión de Jumpstart to Better Health, pero en español. La tienen que ver, es el primer video que hay en la página. Así que por favor, véanlo. Tenemos capacitaciones, videos que ustedes pueden ver realmente para aprender más de la compañía, para aprender a vender, para poder hablar del negocio con su familia, con sus contactos. También tenemos muchas recetas a la gente que le gusta cocinar, muchas recetas para que cocinen con productos de Juice Plus. Tenemos, si ya compraron el Tower Garden o tienen pensado comprar un Tower Garden, tenemos muchísimos videos en español para guiarlos de cómo armar el Tower Garden. Yo ya tengo uno en mi casa y me encanta. Y de hecho vi los videos en español para armarlo. Y tenemos también webinars. Cada 2 semanas tenemos llamadas Zoom, que Laura siempre tiene invitados especiales. Y lo que hacemos es que muchas de estas llamadas también las ponemos en YouTube. Entonces, si quieren verlas, también las pueden ver en YouTube de Juice Plus Latino. Y también ahí pueden ver mucha información de los productos, bundles y promociones que ya tenemos, que promovemos y que también es muy fácil de compartir. Y al mismo tiempo es muy interesante porque uno puede ver todos los beneficios que ofrecemos en la compañía. Como les digo, buscan Juice Plus Latino en YouTube o pueden ver el enlace acá abajo para encontrar esa información. That's my contact info, and that's my little overview. Maybe it went a little faster in Spanish than in English, but that's it. So those are the main things. I don't know if anyone has any questions. No sé si tienen alguna pregunta, estoy acá para contestarlas.
Will you share with them in Spanish why you said you were so excited about, how it can take off in the community and why?
Well, I'm excited. I mean, if anyone, sorry, in English or Spanish?
Both.
Okay. I'm going to go English first. Well, pretty much because, I'm Hispanic. I live in the US. I've been here for 30 years. And even if you speak Spanish, when a company takes the time to communicate with you in language, when culturally they see what you like, what's important to you, how you relate to things, that's a huge step. And I think Juice Plus is taking that step. They've been taking the step of saying, okay, everything that we have in English, we want it in Spanish. Website, marketing, all the sales and business development tools in Spanish. To me, that we're just showing that we don't want to just have a little subtitle or closed captioning in Spanish, we're really making a conscious effort to engage with all Latinos in the U.S. Entonces, más que nada, lo que quería decir es que, como ustedes saben, siendo latino en Estados Unidos, una cosa es que pongan subtítulos y otra cosa es que una compañía realmente se enfoque en el mercado latino, que nos quiera conocer, que nos dé material, videos en nuestro idioma para que realmente nos podamos entusiasmar y al mismo tiempo compartir la historia con nuestros amigos, nuestra familia, nuestros contactos. Entonces mi meta acá en la compañía es realmente ver lo que los latinos necesitan en Estados Unidos y tratar de tener todo ese material para que todos lo podamos usar. So that's the main thing. I'm really excited. I mean, I had a lot of projects in different companies that are very similar to this. I'm just really excited because I think it's a very fun brand, great products, and I'm just glad that we're kind of launching, and Laura and I are part of this movement to really engage this amazing audience. So those are what I wanted to cover today.
Well, I noticed that with our Elton Awards, which is the big honor is to receive an Elton Award, many of the people that were nominated or won awards were Spanish speaking, and I know they were I think all from Puerto Rico, right? So they've done a really great job, and we've just seen that grow. What do you attribute to their explosive growth in that market compared to, and what would it take for that to happen here?
I think Laura is the most qualified person to answer this question.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the Elton Awards is the best, place to be honored and celebrated for your success. And we have four leaders being recognized in that special, very exclusive event from Puerto Rico. So that's really huge. I want to tell you guys that we grew in Puerto Rico 89% in sales last year from the previous year, almost 90%, and 193% in new partners. So they're just at the top of my head. So something really great is happening in Puerto Rico that we really need to do here in the mainland, to do here in the different states. Les estaba diciendo que Puerto Rico el año pasado creció casi 90% en comparación al año anterior. 2020 creció casi 90% a diferencia del 2019 y creció 193% más en gente nueva que se inscribió en Juice Plus que el año pasado, que el año anterior. Así es que algo bueno está pasando en Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico started over 10 years ago, approximately, and they started with nothing. They grew organically. The ladies began to translate the material and so forth. So we have really a lot of things right now for you guys to be successful. Ahora ya tenemos prácticamente todo para que cualquier gente que hable español sea exitosa, porque los de Puerto Rico empezaron hace 10 años y no tenían nada. Ellos tradujeron hasta el más chiquito documento. Nada tenían para poderse apoyar. Así es que ahora ya la compañía está invirtiendo muchísimo en el mercado. So I'm hoping that what is happening to that Puerto Rico is really growing fast. Yo pienso, I think that they're focusing in sponsoring new people and developing leaders. Sometimes we just get into our mindset of bringing new clients and taking care of the ones that we have, but we really need to focus on new people. We need to focus on what do I need to do to bring new people into my business every day, every month, every year, because that's going to what makes you really grow. You take care of the ones that you already have, the key people that are actually building, they're focusing on developing into leadership, and then bring in the new people and teach others to do exactly the same. So enseñar a los demás que este es un negocio que se puede duplicar cuando traes gente nueva. Es muy bueno ir a los eventos, es muy bueno participar en los entrenamientos y todo, pero necesitamos gente nueva. Solo trata de siempre tener esa persona nueva en esa llamada, Zoom, en ese evento, en esa capacitación, porque la gente nueva es nueva sangre que te va a traer nueva energía y nuevas ventas a tu equipo. Y de tu grupo, elige 2, 3 o 4 o 5 personas que realmente son serias en su negocio y ayúdalas a crecer y a ganar. Y eso es lo que están haciendo en Puerto Rico. O sea, they don't just focus on selling. Ellos no nomás se enfocan en vender. They're very, very aggressive in building a team. Son muy agresivos en buscar cómo crecer su negocio, reclutando y patrocinando. Así es que those are the things that they're doing, Regan. Do you want me to share a little bit what we have so that we can grow here in the mainland?
Yeah, I want them to know what they can plug into, because I feel like that's what holds us back a little bit is we have, you know, all of the leaders are mostly non-Spanish speaking. And so there's always
yes.
gap of how do I support my friend Roxy, right? Like,
yes.
And I'd love for her to know that she can plug into something that you guys, because I know you guys are doing great things.
Yes. And one of the things that Sebastian mentioned is the Freedom Revolution. The Freedom Revolution has over 60 videos. All of them have subtitles in Spanish. So if you're English speaking and you have a Hispanic potential new partner, what you can do is share one of those videos. You know what they are about because they're in English with subtitles in Spanish. We created one with the help of Sebastian, of course, and the Mexico team. We created one that is the Jumpstart to Better Health. And that one is the one that I would recommend you share every single time you introduce somebody into Juice Plus. But that we don't have it with subtitles. We have it with live Spanish speaking talent. We invested really, quite an amount of money to just have a very professional Spanish speaking video that you can use as an introduction. You know, when you start the conversation, let me send you something. Send that video and then invite them to a Zoom call. We have, as Sebastian said, we have the Spanish Zoom calls every other Wednesday. And I always have a special guest speaker. Is usually a successful leader that has really done the business, that they present great, they share the tips of success. And we, let me see if I can share the one that we have lately because I have it here handy. And it's a great way for you to introduce people into the product and the business. Ok, tenemos lo de Freedom Revolution. Les estoy diciendo, la página de Freedom Revolution ya está totalmente en español. Te vas a la esquina de arriba derecha, ya haces clic a español y toda te sale en español. Todos los videos, todos que son más de 60, tienen subtítulos en español. Los que nos dijo Sebastián son los de para comenzar, que son para la gente nueva. Getting started, if you go to the top, getting started, that's where you're going to find the videos in Spanish that Sebastian was talking about, and it's for new people. So cuando tú tengas a alguien que quiera saber cómo voy a empezar a hacer el negocio, you go to Getting Started, and you're going to find 4 Spanish-speaking videos, not subtitles, from the top leaders from Puerto Rico that they're sharing how to create your contact list, how to build a team, how to talk about the product, how to talk about the business. And it's the basics for people that want to do the business. So if you don't speak Spanish, take advantage of these resources, because if this person is ready to go and really willing to work, he's going to find a lot of support doing that. And les estaba diciendo que en The Freedom Revolution, para empezar en el tab que se llama Para Empezar, ahí vienen los 10 videos en español que hablan de cómo empezar el negocio, cómo hacer tu lista de contactos, cómo hablar del producto, cómo hablar del negocio. O sea, cuando somos nuevos no sabemos ni qué decir, así es que es bueno tener este tipo de información. Y van a tener, estoy compartiendo mi de esta, ¿verdad, Pinto? So, I want to share this. Ok. Y los eventos que tenemos cada 15 días, los miércoles, siempre van a encontrar una invitación como esta. Siempre la tenemos en Insights, juiceplusinsights.com. Ahí la van a encontrar siempre. También la tenemos en nuestras plataformas de digitales que nos acaba de hablar Sebastián. Ahí puedes encontrar la invitación, los shareables. Nada más agarras tu teléfono, le haces clic, le haces forward y se te va, y te lo puedes mandar a tus contactos y decir, hey, te espero. Estas presentaciones siempre son una oportunidad de negocio y de producto. Siempre empezamos allá arriba, no te pierdas, aprender de producto y de negocio. ¿Por qué? Porque queremos que la gente traiga gente nueva. Y ese es realmente el plan. No nada más aparezcan y métanse a la llamada. Qué bueno que se metan, pero siempre traigan gente nueva si quieren crecer. Y después siempre tengo un invitado. En esta ocasión es un invitado de lujo, es un tremendo, de verdad, experto que nos va a explicar la diferencia entre nuestros productos y las vitaminas. Excelente llamada, no se la pueden perder. This is an incredible call. I do this every 2 weeks, and it's in Spanish. I always have exactly the same invite in English. So if you go to Juice Plus Insights, you're going to find exactly the same invitation in English, and at the bottom it says this event is in Spanish. And I do that because I want you guys that don't speak Spanish to learn and to know what we're doing so that you can share it with that friend that maybe is bilingual or maybe is Spanish speaking, but she feels more comfortable in Spanish. She would like to see a presentation in Spanish. Send that invite. on a WhatsApp, Voxer, on a message. And many times I'm in the meeting, I say, who is here for the first time? And people raise their hand and they say, I'm here by myself because my sponsor doesn't speak Spanish, but somebody invited her. So take advantage of these things. Every 2 weeks, you're gonna find this invitation with different speakers. It's just a simple thing that can make a big difference. So you send that Jumpstart to Better Health. You invite them to the Zoom, and that way you're ahead of the game. Now they know what this is about. Now they have a better understanding. They heard the presentation from a professional in the language of their preference, and they are more open to receive the invitation.
So,
Okay.
Laura, one question I have is because I know like we've got like Judy, she has family that's in Mexico and here. How do we know if that event is applying to both or just to one?
It applies to both. I mean, the products are the same. The compensation plan is the same. The business model is exactly the same. In Mexico, they have their own Zoom. They actually have more than we do here. And they always have presentations, trainings, guest speakers, and everything. You can also connect with them via Facebook. I think it's Juice Plus Mexico and in Facebook, and they're always posting the event, Juice Plus Mexico. They're always posting the event. If any of you wants to join a team that started even before I joined in Voxer, just send me a message and I'll make sure that the administrator of that team put you in, because they always share all the events that are happening, things in Spanish, things in English, but always related to Mexico and the Hispanic market.
Is that so different than the one that Gustavo has? Is that a different one?
No, it's the same. But it's a Voxer. So Gustavo has a WhatsApp also. I don't have his phone number for WhatsApp, but it's a Voxer for those that want to have everything related to the Spanish market.
We put our people in that one. So it's all just the one that he talks a lot in there. I saw that in there the other day.
Yes, exactly. So there's a lot of ways to be connected. Hay muchas maneras de estar conectadas, chicas. Estaba yo diciendo que tenemos un grupo en Voxer que lo tienen desde hace mucho tiempo antes de que yo empezara, y ahí se comparten todas las invitaciones, todos los eventos, todos los tips. Si están interesados, por favor, mándenme un mensajito y yo con muchísimo gusto le digo a la administradora que las conecte. Y también si están interesadas en México, se van a unir a Juice Plus México en Facebook, y ahí también van a encontrar todas las novedades de México, ¿verdad? Pero somos dos mercados que estamos unidos. These are two markets that are together. We really work together because many people here have, partners in Mexico and vice versa. So we do it together for the most part. And they have the convention this day, actually, by the way, in 2 days. They have a big convention. It's the very first convention. It's virtual. You can register if you want to. It's only $10, and it's going to be, I don't know exactly, I don't remember when it starts, but it's the whole morning. Do you remember, Sebastian? Yes, esa convención es en español. Les estaba diciendo que tenemos la convención de México, la primera convención que van a tener. Es un evento virtual en la computadora, pero hay oradores profesionales de España. Tienen un orador extraordinario pagado, ¿verdad? Profesional, que viene a hablar en español de tips de liderazgo increíble. Se pueden inscribir. Mañana es el último día de inscripción porque el evento empieza este sábado.
Where would we find information about that event?
I can send you the link. I think Daniel nos mandó el link, ¿verdad?
Let me look for the link. I'm looking for it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of ways to connect. There's a lot of ways to be involved. Definitivamente it's just a matter of really reaching out, talking to people, sharing the information that we have and inviting them to these Spanish speaking events. And the rest is going to happen. It's going to fall into place. If she or he is ready, and it's going to be the opportunity for you to grow. But what I want to say is, if you are in a Hispanic area, or if your team lives in a Hispanic area, I would encourage you to have a Hispanic team. All you need to do is to find someone like me, like Sebastian. We speak Spanish. We go to work, speak English. We come home and we speak Spanish. And we have the best of the two worlds. And we could be, people like that you find bilingual, if you don't speak Spanish, can be the one that opened the doors to the whole community. Yeah. And then you're going to find people that don't speak Spanish English or whatever, but you find that one person you can connect with, that you can work with, that you can train, a business-minded person, somebody that is willing to really be part of this company, because you're going to find them. Hispanics are very entrepreneurial, and usually they do it because they think about the family. Families are larger than average. They usually need an extra income, and they welcome an extra income. And moms usually wants to stay home to raise their kids, but they do appreciate having an extra income, and they work for it. They're really hard workers when they have something that they really believe in. So we have a great message here. Healthy Starts for Families, that you sponsor a kid for free. That is huge in the Hispanic community. That's going to be an incredible tool for you guys. El programa que tenemos, Comienzos Saludables para la Familia, en donde puedes patrocinar un niño gratis, seguramente ya lo saben, ¿verdad, chicas? ¿Que hablan español? ¿Sí? O sea, ese es un hitazo, chicas. Se está vendiendo como pan caliente. La gente se inscribe nomás porque sus niños van a comerse las gomitas gratis. Así es que aprovechenlo de verdad, porque eso es tremenda oportunidad también. Okay, I did talk a lot. I'm sorry, but you guys keep going.
Can you also explain to them that if they have people that are really residents of Mexico, that they can sign them up as a Mexican partner who then can sponsor people in the US?
Yes. Este negocio, acuérdense que este negocio es global, o sea, en donde oficialmente la compañía esté abierto, tú puedes tener socios de Juice Plan. Si conoces a alguien que vive en España, puedes tener gente en España y la compañía te va a pagar, tu cheque va a ser parte de las ventas que se generen en aquellos países. Si conoces a gente en Alemania, si conoces a gente en Italia, si conoces a gente a México, igual, porque el negocio que tú adquiriste con Juice Plus es global. No nada más es para Estados Unidos. Entonces, igual para México. La gente de México, si tiene parientes en Estados Unidos, la puede patrocinar y la puede inscribir en Juice Plus también. Entonces, los de México se inscriben en México, pero pueden patrocinar en todos los países que tenemos abiertos. Y nosotros de Estados Unidos nos inscribimos en Estados Unidos, pero patrocinamos en todas partes donde oficialmente esté abierto el negocio. México tiene los mismos productos, el mismo plan de compensación. La única diferencia es que allá son pesos y acá son dólares. Pero prácticamente todo es exactamente igual. I was telling them that Mexico has exactly the same products, exactly the same compensation plan. The only difference is that we talk about pesos there, and here we talk about with dollars,
And are they using the credit card for payment there?
Yes, they're using the credit card for payment, but this is just a tip. If it has to be a Mexican credit card, okay? You cannot pay here in the U.S. the products from your U.S. credit card of someone that you sign up out there, okay? So it has to be a Mexican credit card. We're having issues with that. So, but I mean, if they have a credit card in Mexico, there's absolutely no problem. They can pay in cash if they want to. They go to these stores called OXXO, and they give the number of the company, and they pay like if they would go to a supermarket, and they pay in cash if they don't want to use the credit card. So para la gente de México que quiera pagar, puede pagar en tarjeta de crédito. No pueden usar en México tarjeta de crédito de Estados Unidos, el sistema no la acepta, tiene que ser tarjeta de crédito mexicana. Pero también si quieren pagar en efectivo, que hay mucha gente en México que así quiere, pueden ir a las tiendas OXXO, que son como los 7-Eleven, y dan el número de cuenta de Juice Plus de México y pagan en efectivo y les llega su orden. Yeah.
That's great. So if we had somebody that really lives here, even though they're really a resident there, they could sign up as a partner there and ship their Juice Plus here, or no?
No, and that's a really great question. If you live in the U.S., you need to sign up in the U.S., even if you're Mexican and have documents from Mexico. And if you're in Mexico and you're an American, you need to sign up there with your documents and your address, because Mexico cannot ship to you in the US and vice versa. Let's say I live in California and I sign up in Juice Plus. If I want to sign up, I have papers in Mexico too. I have my dual citizenship. If I like to sign up as a Mexican, I have to write down a Mexican address. I have to write down the CURP, which is the social security number in Mexico. I have to have one, which I do. But they cannot ship products to me. They will go to an address that I will find in Mexico.
But if I had, but I could ship, I could have a United States customer.
You could have a United States customer from Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as she signs up in the US, yes, as a customer, register as a customer in the US.
Yeah. So if I'm in Mexico, I can, and my friend is US American, I can order her Juice Plus.
Yes, yes.
And if I'm in America, I can have somebody order Juice Plus in Mexico.
Yes.
Okay, that's.
Yeah. If
I'm
I
just-
have if I live in California, I'm
Well.
sorry, if I live in California and I have a client in Mexico, she needs to do everything in Mexico under my website, right? Because I cannot ship product to her from here and vice versa. So it has to be ordered from the Mexican website that comes from your personal website, Juice Plus website.
Right, okay, that's
So les decía rápidamente que si tú tienes gente aquí en Estados Unidos mexicana y dicen yo me quiero inscribir como mexicano, entonces tienen que poner un domicilio mexicano y tienen que llegarle los productos a su domicilio mexicano. Si están acá en Estados Unidos, México no les va a enviar el producto a Estados Unidos. Si están en Estados Unidos, aunque seas mexicano, te tienes que inscribir en Estados Unidos con tu número de seguro social, pero si estás en México, te tienes que inscribir en México, aunque seas americano, con tu número de CURP, con tu domicilio, tu dirección, porque no, we don't send product like through the borders.
But explain that they can change the country code and put an order.
Yeah, acuérdense, bueno, ustedes saben mejor que yo y que nosotros, ¿verdad? Pues esos son los que hacen el negocio, que tú tienes tu propia página de Juice Plus. Entonces la gente nada más hace el cambio. Si yo tengo mis representantes en España, pues yo me voy hace clic en España y ahí es donde se hace la transacción. ¿Verdad? ¿Para qué? Para que la empresa te pague a ti tus comisiones de tu cliente o de tu representante. Right?
What questions do you guys have? Any? Go ahead, Jill.
Yeah. Bueno, primero en español. Yo quisiera saber por qué Laura y Sebastián, por qué escogiste a Juice Plus o qué es lo de, bueno, tanto el producto como la comunidad y el negocio, qué es lo que os trajo aquí a esta compañía.
Ay, tú eres española, ajá.
Mi marido, sí. Sí.
Adelante, Sebastián.
Oh, you want me to ask the question? And so, sorry, in English, I asked both. I'd like to know what attracted both Sebastian and Laura, or se me hace raro, Laura, to the Juice Plus company, because I'd like to hear both about like their product experience, or what is it product, or the community or the business. What is it that brought both of them here as leaders?
I think for me, definitely from a professional side, it's just the idea of launching something so massive and being able to form part of that from the beginning. Que me encantó, me encanta el reto que es empezar a lanzar esta campaña, esta iniciativa para los latinos. Me encanta. And then from product company perspective, is really funny. I was in a Zoom call when I told my family, I have family all over, all over the US, Latin America. And then I told my mom was in the call and I said, Mom, I'm working for Juice Plus. And she's like, what? And she ran out of the screen and she came back and she's like, I take the shake every day, you know? So for me, that was like a great, I had the experience of looking at the products and obviously I was very interested. But when I saw my mom's reaction, I'm like, okay, this is destiny. No, que cuando por Zoom que iba a trabajar Juice Plus, se fue corriendo y volvió con uno de los batidos que se toma todas las mañanas, así que estaba muy contento. So, that's my answer.
Gracias.
Y para mí, pues miren, yo he estado en esta industria más de 20 años, como les dije, y he visto todo. Lo que me puedas preguntar, ya lo vi. Yo he visto lo bueno, lo malo, lo feo, lo todo. Y de verdad que muy raras veces te puedes encontrar una empresa que ha tenido más de 50 años de historia y que se sigue manteniendo. Yo estuve en compañías que estaban hasta en las portadas de la industria de venta directa, como las del mayor ventas, que ya no existen. Entonces, de hecho, en mi resumen hay 3 compañías que ya no existen. Entonces, esta industria es muy volátil, sube, baja, sube, baja. Yo cuando empecé en el negocio, como les dije, gané mucho dinero, gracias a Dios. Me llegué al tope llegué a los altos niveles, aprendí un montón de esta industria y demás. Y después se pelearon los socios, se pelearon y se desapareció la empresa y 3,000 gentes me estaban preguntando qué pasaba, que cómo conseguían su cheque mensual, ¿verdad? Entonces, hay mucha credibilidad. Cuando tú compartes tu empresa con alguien, tu credibilidad está en la línea. Tienes que estar con una empresa en la que tú te levantas con la frente en alto y dices con orgullo que estás en la mejor compañía. Y si tú te sientes así, estás en el mejor lugar. Yo creo que Juice Plus ha hecho una trayectoria de éxito fenomenal a través de 50 años que muy rara empresa puede decir en esta industria, porque así como llegan, se van. Hay empresas que tienen 17 años y se van. Estuve en una empresa que tuvo 25 años y se fue. Entonces, esa es una de las cosas que más me llaman la atención de Juice Plus. Y siempre he creído en la nutrición, porque la nutrición es tu cuerpo te responde que las cosas funcionan. No un buen libro, no una buena charla, no una buena amiga, es tu piel, tu energía, tu cuerpo te dice que esto responde. Y es un negocio muy emocional y por eso la gente se queda. Yo creo que esas son las 2 razones que me gustan. I gotta say, the reasons why Juice Plus is because, as I said to them, it's very rare to find companies that last more than 50,000 years, and they're still with record breaking and with great success. You know, in this industry, you see a lot of companies coming and a lot of companies leaving. I was telling them that in my resume, there are 3 companies that don't exist anymore. And one of them was 25 years old. The other one was 17 years old.
Wow.
So it's very hard when you join a company as a leader and you work hard and you build your team and you have success and you make your checks and then the company disappears. It is very common. You don't see this happening because many of you have been around for a long time, but it's very common. So people are really scared to join a new company because they don't know if the company is going to disappear next year. So you have a very beautiful story. Juice Plus has a beautiful story of longevity and stability. And I want to encourage you guys to feel very proud to share that. When you talk to somebody, you know that when you join Juice Plus, you are here to stay. The company is here to stay, to back you up all the way. And that's a very big reason why many people really want to join Juice Plus. The other one is because I love the product. You know, that nutrition, the product is something that your body responds. You know, it shows you that it's working. Your skin looks better. You have more energy. It is very emotional when your own body, not your friend, the book, or the great teaching, but yourself, your body is telling you that things are working out and are working out for good. So that's the reason.
Oh, muchísimas gracias to you both. Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks.
Anybody else? Any other questions? Roxy, have any questions? Judy? No?
I have a question.
Okay.
I just finally got a response from one of the people I was trying to get on here, and she speaks very little English, but she lives here in Gunnison. And she says she had to get it translated, what she wrote to me, but she said, I am very excited for your successes, and I hope to tell my family and friends in Mexico. So my question is, is this a good recording to send to her from what you said? If she knows about Juice Plus, she understands a little bit about it, but she is not really bilingual. So will this help her understand?
What do you think?
I mean, it could help the section in which we talk about the business and the product. I would, if she's wanting to send this information about Juice Plus, I would send a presentation of the product and the business.
Okay.
You know, but what I just mentioned, sometimes people don't think much about it if they're new to the industry, but if you find a go-getter leader with experience, that speaks volume. Because I guarantee you, they already went through nightmare with another company that disappeared.
Yeah.
That happened.
Gracias.
Like Sebastian was saying, that once something is on, it goes like wildfire, and we need to be the ones that light that fire, I think, you know? I mean,
and also, the other thing I would tell you is that every single US city, I mean, the fastest growing minorities is in almost every single one are Hispanics. So there's always a neighborhood, an area, a community that you can engage with, that you can attract to, that you can really just tell them the story. Lo que digo prácticamente que en cada ciudad, cada rincón de Estados Unidos, siempre hay un área en cualquier ciudad, una comunidad latina. Entonces es cuestión nada más de encontrarla, comunicarse bien, entender bien cuál es la dinámica como decimos en Argentina, de mi barrio, de tu colonia, y prácticamente sentarse a hablar y prácticamente presentarles la compañía, ¿no? Pero lo bueno es que hay muchas herramientas ahora para contar esa historia.
Ya, y una cosa que quiero añadir también es que acuérdense, yo siempre he dicho que Juice Plus es el secreto mejor guardado del mundo. O sea, la gente no sabe de Juice Plus, a pesar de que tiene 50 años. I always say, since I joined the company, that this is the best kept secret. Juice Plus is the best kept secret. I am sorry to tell you that people don't know about Juice Plus after 50 years. And that's really a great thing because you have a lot of opportunity around you. Many people still haven't heard about Juice Plus. El mercado latino the Hispanic market is completely new to Juice Plus. I don't think we have even tapped the 1% of the whole population. So you may imagine what this represents. Estoy diciendo que Juice Plus realmente la gente no lo conoce. Cuando tú hablas de otra empresa que la has oído 50 veces, aunque son buenas empresas, ya la gente dice, ay, no, ya me han invitado como 14 veces. Pero esta es nueva y eso es algo que es a la ventaja de ustedes, chicos, cuando lo compartan, porque la gente va a empezar, ¿cómo? ¿Dónde? ¿Cuándo? ¿Por qué? Platícame de eso. Y cuando sepa que tienes tantos años de historia, that's going to be really a good point for you guys to share. También les comenté, y creo que dijo Sebastián, en Juice Plus Insights, que por ahí les puso el website, el link, Sebastián, acuérdense que ahí también hay una sección de todas las que se han grabado, los Zooms que se han grabado en español. Ya los estamos poniendo en YouTube, como dijo Sebastián. A partir de hace una semana, creo, empezamos a poner ya todos en YouTube. Pero todos los pasados también, si tú necesitas una historia que tú digas, quiero compartirle a alguien la oportunidad de negocio y de producto, las vas a encontrar en Insights, las vas a encontrar en YouTube, en donde van a ver historias de chicas exitosas que les van a hablar de producto, que tienen 5, 7, 10 años en el negocio, que son súper conocedoras, que presentan fabuloso, que les van a hablar del negocio y del producto, y cuando ellas vean ese video, después usted le pregunta, ¿qué les pareció? Y ahí empieza la conversación de patrocinio, ¿no? You can find all the Spanish Zoom calls on Insights. There is a section that says, did you miss a Zoom call? These are the recording Zoom calls, not only from the Hispanic market, but from Winter, Summer, Summit is there recorded and some other things. But also Sebastian now is starting to put every Zoom call that we have in Spanish is going to be in our YouTube channel, which are tools that you can use to share with others. If you have someone that wants to listen to the opportunity in Spanish, grab that one presentation from the YouTube Latino and share it with your prospect. You don't have to actually figure things out. After he listens to it, then the conversation is done.
So a couple of things that would be helpful for I think most of us would be if we could get a graphic that has all of the websites in one place and what's on them. And because I find that whether it's the Hispanic information or it's the English information, it's the same problem. That would be really nice to say, here's your resources. Like it's all right here, here's where you go.
That's a good idea.
I can definitely consolidate and send that to you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I'll be consolidating the slides that I showed you, but yeah, of course. And if you guys need anything else that would help you, I mean, please let us know, but that's a really quick fix. So.
Like even today, I had a call with one of my senior sales coordinators, and she's like, the information is everywhere. And she goes, I don't even know where to go when they say Juice Plus TV because it's not clear. And she goes, I have to remind, I have to go, wait, where is that on Facebook? Something, so that is, we need to consolidate in one place. The other thing I wanted to say, and maybe Jill, you can translate this for Roxy, is that when I started 18 years ago, March 1st will be 18 years, I was the first person for Juice Plus in Castle Rock, Colorado, which was a bedroom, rural community. And it was hard for me because nobody had heard about Juice Plus. And so I had to share it a little bit more a couple of times to the same people and keep talking about it. And what happened was it started to catch on because I kept doing it. And then what happened was a few years later, people would say, oh, I take Juice Plus. And I'd say, oh, who do you get it from? And they would tell me, and I'd go, oh, they're on my team. So, you know, you do have to work hard to launch something into a new community, but it's worth it.
I know. It's just starting is sometimes hard, but it's the best way, the best thing that can happen to you. Imagine if you join and everybody around you already knows is taking the products and are representatives. That would be tough. Yeah. I want to share something really quick. Some years ago, you know, one of the companies that have done really great in the Hispanic market is Herbalife, and I don't want to talk about competition, but I want to tell you what happened with them. They have a convention of 8,000 people in Dallas with translation into English, so that you know, so that we know what we can do, and we have a better product, a better opportunity, a much better story, a much better compensation plan. It will only take some time to get there, but people are coming and are going to come big time. This is going to be growing tremendously. The question here is how many of those people are going to be in your organization. Right. And so, yo les estaba diciendo que hace unos 5, 8 años, Herbalife, que es una de las compañías que ha crecido mucho en el mercado latino, tuvo una convención, su convención nacional en Dallas, en un estadio con 8,000 personas. Y hicieron traducción al inglés para que vean la magnitud del potencial de lo que se puede hacer con el mercado latino. Y nosotros tenemos un mejor producto, una mejor oportunidad de negocio, un mejor plan de compensación. Podemos hacer eso y mucho más. Y es solo cuestión de tiempo. Y les estaba preguntando hace un momento. Aquí la pregunta es, ¿cuánto de esa gente que va a venir va a estar en tu grupo? ¿Verdad? That's really the question. How many of those that are coming? Because they are coming. 89% in sales in Puerto Rico. 3 million people are in Puerto Rico only. Solamente hay 3 millones de gente en Puerto Rico y creció casi el 90% el año pasado. That's like the size of Arizona. Can you imagine what we can do here in the mainland? Wow. It's coming. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. So we are in the right place at the right time. And you guys are pioneers of this. Estamos en el lugar correcto, a la hora correcta. Ustedes son pioneros de esto. Y esto va a pasar. Más es cuestión de tiempo.
You know, now that Laura said that, I have a guest on here who doesn't know a whole lot about Juice Plus. The one thing that I was wondering if you could just mention real quickly is the research, Reagan or Laura or Sebastian, that backs up our products. Like you just I'm also not in the business of comparing companies and products, but because you just mentioned something else, I think that's what helps us. That's what helps us stand apart, is that we, have such quality research that backs up our products.
Dilo en español, Jill, para
vale, pues lo que decía es que, como Laura acaba de mencionar, pues otra compañía, que nosotros, la verdad, en Juice Plus no tenemos por qué compararnos con otras compañías ni productos, porque el nuestro, o los nuestros, que tenemos pocos, ya valen por sí, son súper fuertes y no hace falta ni comparar con otros. Pero ya al mencionar aquello, pues quería comentar que el Juice Plus pues tiene muchísimos estudios de un estándar, de una calidad de estudios que se reconoce por todo el mundo, que otras compañías y otros productos no tienen. O sea, no hay ni comparación. Así que tenemos 40, si no me equivoco.
Sí, más de 40, sí.
Más de 40, sí. Estudios que demuestran pues que lo que está en los labels, ¿no? En las pegatinas, que es comida, que no es una vitamina, que se absorbe en el sistema, en la sangre, que se va a aumentar todo el sistema inmunológico. Y no tenemos por qué contar muchas cosas porque, o sea, no tenemos que aumentar, ni mentir ni nada, porque se ve lo que está en los estudios que, mira, alguien, gracias Sebastián, en el chat, y ahí puso el clinical research, o sea, los estudios investigaciones buenísimas, de las mejores, ¿sabes? Pues los mejores hospitales, las universidades mundiales reconocidas. Es que no hay ni comparación. Entonces tenía que mencionar eso.
Yes, that's awesome.
Are we going to be doing any live events in Spanish in the different metro areas? I heard a rumor about that.
We had a plan of having a 10-city tour. We planned it last year, probably 6 months ago, but we can't travel. So that's the only thing that is preventing us from going places, but we will. We will. And also, we have our April convention in April, you know, the Juice Plus Live event, and we're going to have a section in Spanish with Spanish-speaking speakers and really great things in Spanish. So stay tuned. It's going to be in English, of course, and there's going to be a section for the Latino community in Mexico. So that's going to be also a great opportunity. Tenemos la convención cada año en abril de Juice Plus y siempre es en inglés, pero esta vez vamos a poder hacer una sección de presentaciones en español. Tenemos un invitado especial, panelista increíble en español. Tenemos a la top de España que va a estar dándonos un entrenamiento en español. Así es que no se lo pierdan en abril, ¿ok? Y esto ya, don't tell anybody I told you because we haven't even announced it. It's top secret. No le digan a nadie, por favor, no lo vayan a poner en los... Don't put it on Facebook, ¿ok? No lo vayan a compartir en nadie, por favor, hasta que no salga oficial, pero nomás para que...
We need to destroy the recording because
Yeah,
we're
right.
recording right. Or we have to edit it out or mute it.
Exactly.
I had one thing for Sebastian when Reagan, you were talking about putting things together as far as videos and that kind of thing. One of the things that is difficult, maybe you said this and I missed it, having a little bit of a summary of what each thing is, so we're not going, it's not just if it's just a title, I don't know what it is, but just, does that make sense, what I just said?
Yeah, like the Wednesday calls are here in English and Spanish.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the cool thing that we do, I think, for most of the stuff that we work on is like, for example, if we're doing the jumpstart video, then we put the jumpstart and impulso at the same time. So whatever you get, whatever you read in English, you'll see it in Spanish and vice versa. So for the Zoom call, it'd be like Zoom, Laura, business opportunity de negocio. So it's pretty easy. Like if I highlight it, you'll kind of understand exactly what we're talking about and what's the equivalent if we're doing it in English or Spanish. I don't know, Laura, if you want to add something else to it, but I think it's it'll be easy on that one sheet to understand exactly what we have available.
Yeah. No, estoy de acuerdo con lo que acabas de decir, Sebastián. And we're going to have much more material and resources for sure. Just starting. Vamos a tener muchos más materiales, por supuesto. Apenas estamos empezando.
Awesome. Anybody else? Anything else?
I do have a question. So, how they were saying about in Mexico how they are able to pay with cash. Would that be possible here in the United States as well, since most of the people we know are Hispanic and are used to paying in cash instead of credit card? So does that change depending on country, or is it just credit card?
No, as far as I understand, we only pay credit card here in the US. And if you find someone that doesn't have a credit card, just help them to open a credit card,
Or a debit card.
A debit card, a bank account, and they will have their debit card. And it's so simple. It's so easy. I mean, this is the country with the easiest process to get those kind of things. So I think it's even, I mean, I have this question before, but it's even better. It's even really very helpful for someone to really learn how to have her debit card or his debit card, because it's going to help him for many things, not just Juice Plus, many other things. And that will be a great learning experience for them if they want to join, for you to help them to do that.
I just thought of something, Fernanda and Roxy, that you could go to the grocery store even and buy a Visa card.
That's right.
You know?
I'll speak to that. You know, I'll be honest. I use. Oh, sorry. I use bank draft. I think we still have that. You guys,
So some people don't have a bank account. That's
right. True. I've run into that, but I have run into that too. But some people are maybe more inclined to have a bank account than a credit card. So it is an option de una cuenta bancaria de ahorros, o sea, de checking, que se puede pagar con eso también. Yo incluso lo hago.
No aceptan tarjetas prepagados. They don't accept prepaid cards. I had a customer try to buy a tower garden that way, and it didn't go through. So no la acepta.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's weird.
We found out the hard way.
How do we fix that at the company?
Well, you know what? I really believe that sometimes we just need to help people to really start the new thing. You know, if you don't have an account, just open an account. I mean, there's so many ways to do it, and there's so many companies, so many banks that help you. If you don't have that, I mean, if your resources are limited, and it's really a business-minded learning lesson that someone that is going to build a business, you know, need to have on her side, because it's going to help him to even get organized, you know. So I think that it's a plus. And Regan, I'm gonna have to get going.
Yeah, thank you.
I just knew this about yesterday, and I made some plans right after this.
Yeah, no, went way over, but thank you guys so much for your time. And I know everybody appreciates just kind of demystifying and being excited about, you know, what they can do and lighting a fire in the community. So thank you so very much.
No, you're welcome. And I'll send you guys the one sheet tomorrow. I think I'll do, if it's easy for me to put both terms English, Spanish, I'll do it. If not, I'll just send you two, which might be easier, but I'll definitely send that to you by end of day tomorrow.
Thank you.
And I put my information right there. Just feel free to touch base with me. Sometimes a message, a WhatsApp, a message, an email even, which is my name, laura.morelos@juiceplus.com. If you have a question, if you have a group of people also that we want to connect with, I mean, just feel free to reach out, because I'm as far as a message, and messages work really great for me because I can respond. If you don't have a Voxer, that's okay. But if you have a Voxer account, it's really easy just to connect, and just don't feel like we can be reached out because, oh my God, these people are so busy. No, I mean, if you are successful building the Hispanic community, we are successful. So I just want to make sure that you guys know that we're doing it together, you know. But I would encourage you to take advantage of the Spanish Zoom calls that we have, so that people get into knowing what we're doing, and I think it's going to be really great. And thank you, Regan. Thank you, Sebastian.
Thank you so very much to both of you.
Thank you all. Have a great night.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Hasta luego. Abrazos.
Hasta luego. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Thank you, Reagan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Regan.
Thank you, Reagan.
Roxy,